Different binoculars have different things to offer. Take these two pair of binoculars, for example. Both by the same brand, both similar magnification, but different sizes, and most importantly, different technology. This pair is a standard pair of binoculars. This is what most of our minds think of when we think of enhancing our vision. But this pair is a battery-operated, image-stabilized, gyroscopic pair of spyglasses. Once activated, they dampen the shakiness of hands, and they reduce swaying motion when trying to focus on an object. This is great for boaters who operate from unstable platforms. But how big of a difference does image stabilization really make? Well, let's go test it out. Here's an example. We have two binoculars that are pretty similar magnification, but one of them stabilized and the other one isn't. So we set up a board with some writing on it. We're gonna do an eye test. First, we'll start with the non-stabilized binoculars. These are 70 by 50. And we've got two different boards out here, so I don't know what's written on them. All right. FNY PLQ MWA B. Last line is STUXLR. I think. Now for the image stabilized binoculars. All right, here we go. And I got it focused now. DLZTONXMYFPQSVWC, I think. All right, so the biggest thing I noticed was that both of them looked to be about the same magnification. However, these ones were easier to get on track and get focused. That is the non-stabilized version. The stabilized version seemed to have like some more settings in them and they're harder to get on track what you're trying to look at. But once you do, it was easier to look at that thing and to read what that thing said. So with that, I think that if you're staring through binoculars for a long time and you are calibrating them to like know exactly how you want them and they're your binoculars, I think these image stabilization ones are great. So the letters were read correctly for both binoculars, which does not surprise me due to their similar magnification. However, the results were as follows. For the standard binoculars, I did it in 14 seconds. For the stabilized, I did it in 22. Definitely not my fastest quick draw for either, but it does highlight the pros and cons of both pair of binoculars. The standard binoculars felt very familiar in my hands. I was able to look down range at my target and start reading letters pretty much immediately. The only thing is that my eyes did feel more fatigued than they did with the stabilized binoculars. As for the image stabilized binoculars, I started with them turned on, which was a huge mistake. Because when you look down range and you're trying to find your target, the gyro is moving the image all over the place, which can also cause vertigo. However, once finding the target, the image was easier on my eyes and I could read for a longer duration. If I was to continue to use the image stabilized binoculars, I would start with them turned off. Then, once I found my target, turn the gyroscope on and stabilize the image. So in the end, you're really looking at two different tools for two different jobs. So if you're out on the water and you're looking to catch the name of the boat that just cut you off,
stand there, go get some glue. Hey, my buddy, Swanson, full steam ahead, over there.
grab your standard binoculars. The simplicity and familiarity of these binoculars will help you catch that asshole. But if you are steaming around the Gulf of Aden, looking for Somali pirates, do what the Navy does. Grab yourself some image stabilized binoculars. You'll be able to look for longer durations and your eyes will thank you.